Cheating in school. There's many ways you can do it, some a lot more advanced than others, but today I'm going to talk you through my best ways to cheat in school. I mean, to help yourself get a strategic advantage over the other students, because, you know, I would not condone cheating or anything like that. AI, yeah, you've all heard of it, you've all seen it, you know. Half of you probably can't even tell what's real anymore and what isn't. Like, look at these two images, what one do you think's real? None of them, bro, they're both AI, right? Anyway, on to the point. ChatGPT, yeah, it is basically a teacher and like an Asian student all in one, you know. He knows everything, you can't get nothing. No, this guy doesn't not know anything. But you're probably thinking, Sam, you know, it's been out for a while now, teachers know you're going to use it. See, I've come up with a solution for that. This, of course, is hypothetical, and I did not do this in any of my exams in school, of course. But the way to do it is, you get ChatGPT, you know, you drag him out of your basement after he's locked in there for the last week, because, you know, he does all your work for you. You don't do nothing anymore, you don't even think for yourself. But you drag him to school, right? You get him to do your essay or your coursework. Coursework's normally the easiest, because, you know, you can go home and do that. Right, now he's done his coursework, he's irrelevant, yeah, get that guy out of here. Now you need to find one of these AI converter sites, yeah? One that, you know, makes it sound a little bit less AI. Run it through that, get it to change a few words, and you know what you're going to do after that? You're going to find another site and do the same thing again, yeah? That's now been scribbled around 2 times. To seal the deal, yeah, you run it through an AI checker who sits there and goes, nah mate, that ain't a robot. And then you're in the money. Easiest A you'll ever get in your life. Of course, if you get caught, you know, you're going to get beaten, but my advice is just don't get caught. You might have to do a little bit of, like, you know, confusing the teacher while they're looking through your work. Like, oh yeah, look at that plane out there, you know, look at that kangaroo, you know. While they're sitting there checking it, just to make sure, you know, you don't lose the plot at the end. Next, we have something known as the George method, yeah? No, this was not taken from another video. Get out of here, alright? Luckily, when I was in school, I had a kid called George who sat next to me, yeah? This guy, you know, he's pretty smart, so I had basically a cheat code sitting next to me. I was also very good friends with this guy, you know. That is my advice. Get good friends with someone who's smart, because, you know, they come in handy later on. And the easiest way to cheat off this guy, yeah, would just be to look over your shoulder. But sometimes you'll get more inventive than that, because that doesn't always work, yeah. You might look over and, like, start mean mugging you halfway through the test, you know, and then hide his test, and you've ruined it. You've ruined the whole plan now. Right? So, just like the teacher strategy, yeah, you need to have a second man with you for this to work, yeah. Send the second man round to his shoulder, you know, oh, put his arm around him, yeah, how you been, yeah, he's distracted, right, now he's still the paper, yeah, and you've got 30 seconds here, you need to memorise everything. If you can't memorise it, take a picture of it, write it down somewhere, and then by the time he's finished distracting him, slide it back across like nothing ever happened. And you might be thinking, Sam, what if he figures it out? Yeah, well then, you see, this is now the problem. You wait outside with him for AK-47s, you know, he steps outside, gun butt him to the floor, and you, yeah, maybe can't show that part on YouTube. Anyway, of course you give him a friendly hug after all this, because, you know, you're best buddies with him. Yeah, and you do your work legitimately, and you'll get into a study group, and you do really well in school. Yeah, anyway, I hope you guys all had an amazing Christmas and New Year, and we're carrying on the year with more bangers. Follow my Instagram if you haven't already, because I'm posting every day on there now, and I'll see you next time.